Well, welcome back to the Hunter's Den at Storage Hunters 101. I hope that these last few weeks have been keeping you healthy and safe during the COVID time. Here in California, it's been a little crazy. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to get any lockers over these last few weeks, mainly because the supply doesn't equal the demand. For three reasons, it's been a little difficult for me to get a locker. The first is, of course, that supply is limited. There really isn't that many lockers out there. The storage facilities that normally rent the lockers are making deals with the renters so that the renters can come and get their things and leave, because in the state of California, they cannot evict them during this COVID time. So that leads to the second reason that I haven't been able to get any good lockers, is because the renters are able to go in and dig through everything and go through their belongings and of course take out all the things that have value. So what actually is left behind in what normally would be the $1 to $100 locker price, and that's of course my area that I like to do, is really not just somebody else's treasure or somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure. It actually is trash. And so I'm not a fan of paying money to the facility just to make a dump run and finding nothing but trash. So I've been holding off, trying to look at some of the more nicer units. And unfortunately, those nicer units, the ones that are boxed, the ones that have a lot of things in them, are going for really high prices that are far beyond what are reasonable. We had, if you've been watching Locker Nuts, Jack was talking about one of the lockers that he tried to purchase, and it went for over $27,000. He bid $25,000 on it. And that's an example. Also, here's a video you'll see of just the locker auctions that I went to this last week. And one of them it's just business furniture. It's like an office that's been packed up. In an office, you're not going to find any personal belongings there. You might find a few pieces of art, and of course the furniture you can sell at a flea market. You might get a couple $100, but in a locker that, as the one you're going to see, it shouldn't be going for more than about $300 to $500, maximum $600, and yet this one goes for almost $1,000. So to give you an idea of what the auctions have been like, watch this clip.
C026, 10 by 30, 100% full. Door 1. I'm gonna let it go for a couple rounds here, then I'm gonna switch to the second door, okay? Next door now. Get $50.
Manual.
Emmanuel 50, you can get 100.
Yes, Francisco.
Francisco at 100, you can get 150.
Manual.
Manuel 150, you can get 200.
Francisco.
Francisco 200, you can get 250.
Manual.
250 Manuel, you can get 300.
Francisco.
Francisco 300, can you get 350?
Manual.
Manuel 350, you get 400.
Francisco.
Francisco 400, you get 450.
Manual.
Manuel 450, you get 500.
Francisco.
Francisco 500, you get 550. 550 get 600.
Francisco.
Francisco at 600 and get 650. Francisco at 600 and get 650.
Manuel.
Manuel 650 get 700.
Francisco.
Francisco 700 get 750.
Manuel.
Manual 750 get 800. Manual at 750 can get 800.
Francisco.
800 can get 850. Francisco, I got Francisco at 800 to get 850. Gonna get 850. Manual at 850 get 800. Manual 850 get 900.
Francisco.
Francisco get 900 get 950.
You can have it.
Francisco 900. Sold Francisco 900.
So since it's a little difficult to acquire a locker, one of the things that I also like to do is troll the online auctions both for silver, gold, jewelry, and coins. And one of the things that I like to do is I mean, if I can double my money, I'm happy. Recently, there was an auction where it was just labeled as gold jewelry, gold necklaces. And even though the pictures were not of great quality, I could tell that at least a few of the gold necklaces were real gold. They weren't just costume. And so I went ahead and bought it. I got it for $100 with shipping and handling. And I went down to when I got it, I went down to the gold store. He was able to test it and verify that I had about $300 worth of actual scrap gold. And I was able to convert that over to a gold coin. And so that's kind of a fun thing that I'm doing, not only to keep myself occupied, but also to have the adventure of hunting for treasure. And that's why we're storage hunters. If I can't hunt through a storage locker, I'll hunt some other way. The one that I wanted to show you this morning is kind of a new one, which is a online auction that is selling a grab bag. A grab bag, which means it's a mixed lot, and they're advertising they don't even know what's in the bag, other than some basic ideas and some guarantees. So let me show you a picture of this grab bag. So hopefully you can see this. I know that it's a little wobbly. I am trying to hold it steady enough that you can see. This is the advertisement picture that is of the grab bag. As you can see, they have bundled money, they have coinage, they have scrap gold, and this wonderful bag overspilling with coins. And this is what they're advertising. Now, of course, they say what's in the picture is not necessarily what you're going to get in the grab bag. But they show multiple pictures of coins, paper money, rolls of coins, blue and red stamped silver certificates, silver bars. You see Morgan dollars, you see walking liberties, you see gold leaf in tubes. Here's some more big money and some gold. There's more gold, some gold certificates. And as you can tell, and lots of silver. This is what they're trying to advertise. And they're trying to get you, and then here's some carded coin. And they're trying to get you to buy their grab bag. And so I'm interested in it. And so I went ahead and bought the grab bag. Now, what they do here, I'm not going to advertise it necessarily. You can buy 1 or 2 or 3. And for myself, I bought 2. I bought 2 of these grab bags, figuring I was going to get 2 bags like this full of wonderful stuff. Hopefully you can see this correct. There we go. Now they list what comes. Oh, that's not going to work. They list what comes in the grab bag as these are the listings that they say are guaranteed in the grab bag. It says at least 25 old US coins and other rare collectibles. So they're guaranteeing that at least in the grab bag are 25 old coins. At least 5 silver bullion. So they're saying that there's at least 5 silver, 0.999, not a coin, silver bullion. At least 1 silver bar or round, and it needs to be, it can be of different quantities. They're saying at least 1 piece of old paper money. They're saying at least 1 50-year-old uncirculated silver coin, at least 2 old brilliant uncirculated coins, at least 1 coin showcasing the symbolic Lady Liberty or a Lady Liberty coin, at least 1 100-year-old coin, a grab bag, okay, and at least 1 coin minted during World War II, so that would be between 1941 and 1945, and at least 1 coin with the symbolic Native American design or the Indian head. They also say that at least 1 50-year-old coin featuring the a president, and at least 1 pre-1949 wheat penny, and 1 quantity canvas bag. So this at least they're saying is supposed to be in this bag. So this is the package that was received. I am kind of excited about looking into it and seeing what's here, but it is kind of small, so slightly disappointing. I was expecting more of a big bag. So let's go ahead and start opening it. There we go. Well, right off the bat, this is what they're claiming is a grab bag. A canvas grab bag. Interesting. Here is the money. We'll look at that in just a little moment. That's what they're saying is at least the money. So I should have gotten at least 1 paper money for each bag, at least 1 canvas bag, I have at least a quarter, there's some nickels, there's some dimes, there's some nickels, there's a silver bar, there's a silver coin, dimes, nickels, okay. There's some dimes, here's some more dimes, and here's some pennies, and that's the silver. Okay, so this is what they're showing is supposed to be in each one. So let's dig through and figure out what is showing on each. So looking at the first grab bag, the first thing we see is a Lincoln penny. It's a 1967p Lincoln penny. Not worth much. 1957 Lincoln penny, It has a P for Pennsylvania mint mark, and we'll have to figure out what its value is. I'll show you in the listing off to the side on each of these coins. It looks like here we have a 1 gram silver, 1 gram silver round. It's 0.999, 1 gram silver round. And they're worth about 20 bucks, maybe less. We have here another 1957 Lincoln penny. Again, this one is a D for Denver. 1957 Denver. Okay. This here is a 1914 Liberty Head dime. They're 90% silver. I'll have to look up the value on that. This is a Mercury Dime. Mercury Dime. They're 90% silver. And it looks like this is a 1937 Mercury Dime. This is a 1911 Liberty Head nickel. This is a 1937 Liberty Head nickel. And this is a V nickel because it has the letter V on the back. This is a Buffalo nickel, and it is, can't read the date on this. Unfortunately, it's not a three-legged Buffalo nickel. I don't know the date. I can't read it. But it is a Buffalo nickel. There's the Indian head, and there is the back, the Buffalo nickel. This is another Mercury Dime. And as a Mercury Dime, this is a 1926 Mercury Dime. Also 90% silver. This is just a standard Jefferson nickel. It's a S mint, so that means San Francisco. Trying to see if I can read the date. Oh, here we go. 1943. So this must be the World War II coin. 1943. Jefferson nickel. And then finally on the carded coins, this is a 1961 quarter. 1961 quarter. And then, of course, this is, looking at the date, this is a silver dollar or a silver certificate. And this is a little different. It's not a regular dollar. It's a silver certificate. I'll have to look that up and find out how much that's worth. And it looks like it has a date on it of 1957. 1957 silver certificate. Okay. And then in our wonderful little grab bag, like that's a real grab bag, we have some pennies, and it looks like, oh, that might be a silver penny. So let's take a look at these. Here we go. So we have, this is a Lincoln wheatback penny. Lincoln, and it is a 1940, 1941. At least that's what I think it says. This is a 1944 wheatback. This is a 1941 wheatback. Here is a 1936 wheatback. Here is a 1930 wheatback. This is a 1943 silver penny. It's made out of silver. 1943. Okay. During the copper was during the war, copper was a short supply and high demand. 1940 wheatback. 1948 wheatback. 1957. 1935. Here's my Indian penny, 1901 Indian head penny. Ooh, that might be worth something. I'll set that one there. So I got my one Indian penny. Here is another Lincoln, 1936. Here's another Lincoln, 1952. Here's my other Lincoln of 1951. And here's my last of 1945. So that's the first grab bag. Let's find out how much I have. Okay, so out of this first bag that I unwrapped, we have the following. See if I can do this without getting a shadow in the picture. Oh well, I don't think I can. So this first Lincoln penny, it's a 1901. It's worth about $2.17. These pennies here are all ranging from 1948s to 1952, and they're all ranging of about a nickel to about 16 cents. I said earlier that this was a silver penny. I was wrong. It's a 1943 steel penny. For all of you that are collectors out there, you were laughing at me earlier. Yes, it's a steel penny. It's a 1943. It's worth about a quarter. This here is a 1946 S, and it is if it's a double stamp, which it looks like it is, or I mean a D, an S over a D, which means it was originally printed in Denver and then reprinted or reminted in San Francisco. If it's an S over D, it's worth $11. If it's just a standard D, or I mean standard S, it's worth a penny. The 1961, this is a D. It's a 1961 D. It's a Washington quarter. It's worth $15 or $5 in silver. 1943 Jefferson. It's a 1943 S. It's a Jefferson. It's worth $2 or $1.50 in silver. This is a 1923 Buffalo nickel. It's worth $1. Not much, but it's worth $1. And then this is a 1936 D Mercury Dime. And it's worth about $2 in silver or $4 in value of collectible value. This is another this is a 1937 Mercury Dime. They're worth about $2 in silver, about $2.50 collectible value. This is a 1914p. It's a barber dime. They're worth about $4 in collectible value, or about $2 in silver. Let's see. This is a... Oh, wait a minute. That's a V nickel. I apologize. That's a 1911 V nickel. That's the barber. This one is the barber dime. This is the Liberty nickel, and it's worth about $1.90 in collectible value. These are both 1957 Lincoln pennies, and they're worth a nickel a piece. This is a 1 gram silver round worth about 89 cents. And this is a silver certificate worth $1.50. All in total, I bought this bag for $38, free shipping. And if I do the math, it's worth $36.82. So I actually lost money on this grab bag. Let's look at the next one. Okay, looking at the values of the second bag, the second grab bag, we have, of course, the silver certificate worth $1.50. We have the 1 gram silver bar worth about 89 cents. We have these two Lincoln 1957 coins. They're worth about a nickel a piece. We have a 1961 Roosevelt dime. It is worth $2 in silver, and it's worth $2.24 collectability. We have an unknown year of a Buffalo nickel. The year has been worn away, which means it's worth about $1. We have another 1963 D Roosevelt dime. Is also worth $2 in silver, or roughly $2.24. We have a 1962 P Washington quarter. It's worth $5 in silver, or $6.65 in collectability. We have a 1943 P Jefferson nickel. It's worth $1.50 in silver, or $1.70 collectability. And then we have a 1905 Barber nickel, or Barber dime. It's worth $2 in silver, or $4 in collectability, $4.34. And then we have a Liberty V nickel. It's a 1900 Liberty V. It's worth about $1.90 in collectability. We have a 1943 D steel. It's worth penny. It's worth 20 cents. And then we have a 1905 P Indian head is worth $1 or $2.17. So from this side over, we have a value of $24.89. Over here, we have a bunch of nickel, or a bunch of pennies. None of them are worth more than 16 cents. We got some 1950s, some 1940s, and a couple of 1930s. This whole area is worth $1.39. So overall is $26.28. I bought it for $38, so I have a negative $11.72. Combining that with the previous purchase, or the previous bag, of a loss of $1.18, we're looking at a loss of $13. So let's look at the final moral of the story. I spent $78 to purchase these two grab bags. As you can see, with the first bag, I lost money. And the second bag, I lost money. So the moral of the story is, when they're offering you a deal too good to be true, it is too good to be true. And hopefully, by you seeing that I lost money, you won't lose money. But that doesn't deter me. I'm very excited and I enjoy doing things like this. And sometimes you do get great profit, even though you do have to take a little bit of risk. So if you enjoy gold, if you enjoy silver, if you enjoy coins, I want to encourage you right now, go out, hunt for treasure. And hopefully soon I'll be able to get back into a locker and do some storage hunting for treasure. Talk to you next time.